What's up, dudes? Chooch back with another one. Today I'm out here on the inmotion v12 high torque, and it's perfect element to ride this thing. We're going up at about 4,000 feet of elevation gain, and this thing absolutely cruises phenomenally. And that's what it's all about with these high torque wheels. It's just how elegant they cruise up mountains and steep inclines like this. You can see I'm just darting up the mountains, up the Rocky Mountains, guys. And I'm heading from about 5,500 feet up to about 9,500 feet. So this thing is just scooting up. And it is not the fastest wheel, guys. This thing tops out at about 38 miles an hour, but it really cruises well. I do ride it right at about top speed pretty much all the time, but I really like the way it does ride. The characteristics of this thing, the way it is right here. You see, I mean, 38 is not slow when it comes to these mountain roads right here. A little bit of talking right here.
The inmotion v12 high torque. Got a new helmet, got new goggles, and it is like it's the sixth latest snowfall we've gotten down in Denver. I'm up in the mountains a little bit, so we got actually a good bit of snow last night. Thick, heavy snow. Made my power go out because the tree limbs hung down since all the leaves already sprouted.
So you see, we did get a late snowfall here in the Rocky Mountains, guys. May 21st yesterday. It was kind of a weird thing, man. It wasn't very much down in Denver in the metro area, but right up in the mountains where I live at, it was a good little bit of snow. And it's that thick, heavy, wet snow. It came down, saturated the branches, and caused the power to go out. So luckily I had the wheel charged up, ready to go. Was able to get out here, get some riding in. But man, pretty late snowfall, I will say. We had a 90-degree day the other day. 90 degrees outside. I mean, there was people outside swimming in the creek. I mean, literally people outside in shorts, t-shirts, everything, 90 degrees. And then all of a sudden, we had a cold front come through, man. If you'd have been out camping or hiking or anything, it would have been like, you would have been just sweat. You'd been like, what is going on, bro? Like, what is happening right now? Like, the temperature dropped from 90 degrees to like 32 within like 11 hours. It was crazy, guys. The inside of my house was hot, and I was just like, dude, I'm just going to open a window up. I opened a window, and within a few hours, I was like, dude, what is going on? It was like cold in there after being hot. But enough of Weatherman Chooch. Let's get back to the wheel. Now, this wheel right here, like I said, is the V12 high torque. There is a V12 high speed. I do have that one as well. I would definitely recommend getting that wheel if you live in the city where you're going to try to be using it to maybe get out of a sketchy situation where you need a little bit more speed to get around a car, a little bit more top in to maybe avoid a bicyclist coming or anything like that, where you just need a little bit more speed there, and you may not always need it. You may not be riding this thing around at 43 miles an hour all the time, but you may need that extra speed there one day, to dodge a car, to get around somebody, to get around something in the roadway or anything like that. And I really think having a top end speed is important if you're not in a situation where, for example, like where I am right now. If you're not going to be climbing up steep inclines, you're not going to be off-roading much, and you're just mainly riding in the city. Even if you're a heavier weight person, I would recommend the higher speed one. But if you are in a situation like this where you're going to be off-roading, you do have a lot of elevation gain and incline and whatnot where you live, the high torque is going to be phenomenal. I mean, you really are going to be able to tell a difference in the way it rides. It almost takes off a lot of that pressure. Even having good power pads, I got the UNICYCLE pads on here. I swapped out the Clark pads. I put on the Psy pads on here. These are the Governor XL Psy pads. And I really do like these, guys. It just takes a little bit to get these dialed, set the way you want them. It's really, there's not a lot of window for error in the way you can have these pads set on here. You have to get them just right. But once you get them right, they feel like so good, dude. But I have a discount code below. It's code ChoochTech10. All together, just ChoochTech10. And if you use the link below, you can it automatically applies your discount if you want to get the EWC pads that I have on here right now. But I really do like these a lot. And one thing that the high torque does, it helps with taking that pressure off your calf muscles, because even if you are riding a wheel that has, you know, good power pad setup or whatnot, and you're trying to go uphill, you still have to put a little bit of pressure. You have to use those calf muscles a little bit. And the high torque wheel is almost like a magic carpet effect. You don't even notice it. You aren't really using those calf muscles at all going up the hill, which I don't know is a good thing or a bad thing, but it knows you're going up a hill, and it goes up the hill without really having to lean into it very much. And that's what just makes this thing so much fun for the mountains. Now, this one, the high speed and the high torque InMotions, the new ones, are the whole new batch is about to drop in June, guys. So this isn't like any of the other ones. These things are coming out very soon. We got like a week before these things drop. So if you put in your pre-orders right now, you'll be getting these things quick, guys. So put in your pre-orders below. You can pre-order it from EWheels or any of the links below, but make sure you use those links. It helps me out, and I can keep bringing y'all content. So this one does have the upgraded MOSFETs in it. The high speed and the high torque, the new ones, are going to have the upgraded MOSFETs in this thing, guys. And by MOSFETs, that's really just, I don't know the exact science behind it, but those basically are the little things that go on the motherboard that basically control the power of these things. That's what really used to pop back in the day if you jumped something and landed hard. Now they've upgraded them so much that you never have that happen, and these are upgraded even more. So going up this road, it really amazes me this, like, whenever I get up all the way up here, I'm like amazed at how fast I got up here on this thing. I seriously am. And it's like, because it's a 16-inch wheel, and the high torque, it literally gets you up this daggum mountain faster. Like, I don't know how to explain it or why or for what rhyme or reason, but it really does. It gets you up the mountain quick with ease, and it does what it's supposed to do. Now, at $2,299, that's how much the high speed one is, with all the upgrades and everything. That one, I really think, man, is honestly like a steal when it comes to the electric unicycles in the mid-range. I really do, guys. Now, is it a perfect wheel for everything? No. Is it a really good wheel for everything? Yes. I'd say it almost hits the marks perfectly, man, for almost everything out there. You can pretty much race this wheel. You can off-road trail ride this wheel. It looks elegant. It's small, compact. I mean, seriously, this thing almost does every single thing right now. Arguably, you may want to have the suspension, but then you're spending an extra $1,000. So for $2,200, man, with everything this thing does for the high-speed one, that's how much it is. It's $2,299 for the high-speed one. The high-torque one is $2,499, and that's on EWheels. I'm not sure about the other websites exactly, but if you click the top link below, that's my affiliate link to go to EWheels if you want to purchase one of these. They did provide this wheel, EWheels did, and they've provided the other InMotion that I have, upgrade parts for it, everything. They're on top of it, man. Jason is pretty much no questions asked. If you want to have, if you want to be in good hands, and you got a warranty, got a good team behind you, and feel confident in your purchase, I mean, EWheels, dude, they even sent over a brand new display screen for the demo unit that cracked right here, because I was like, hey man, I really don't want to like show the up close pictures of it, from where I cracked the display screen and crashed it. And that's not even a big deal, man. Literally, that thing is like, those display screens aren't very much at all. They sent one over and a brand new rim for my other inmotion v12. So before they upgraded the rim, I actually went out, and it was my fault. I was running way too low of tire pressure, dented my rim, but EWheels hooked it up. They sent over a brand new display and a brand new rim for me. No questions asked, really. Literally didn't even send a reply email or anything like that. Just kind of, I was like, hey, this is what I need, and just showed up at the door. I had a FedEx thing in my inbox saying, hey, tracking label created. And the next day I was like, what is this? And it was a box with a rim in it and then a new LCD display. And I haven't even put the LCD display on here yet, so I need to get around to doing that. But you can hardly even tell from a distance, and it still works fine. So don't be worried about that, guys. If you get one of these things, I would definitely make like some type of retainer ring around the top of it, or like some type of bumper guard, definitely. I mean, it's so easy to do. There's no reason not to. And I said I was going to get around to showing you all a video of how to do that. I just need to do it. But I really wouldn't worry about that. If that's something you're worried about with this wheel, about not getting it, is you're afraid of like cracking that LCD display. You can literally do so many things to avoid cracking that thing ever. And then if you ever do, you can probably get a replacement one for free 9 times out of 10. And if it's kind of a sticky situation where you can't get one replaced for free, then you'll probably just have to pay for like shipping or something for it. I'm not saying that 100%, so don't mark my words on that. But EWheels is really cool with that type of stuff and fixing little things like that go wrong. Because they even, as soon as I said something about it, like putting a LCD display on something that goes 40 miles an hour, InMotion even replied like, hey, we should maybe upgrade something or make a bumper for the front of it. I'm like, yeah, you should. Yeah, make like a little retainer ring or bumper around the front of it right there. But if you're worried about it, go ahead and do that. If you're going to be off-road, and just make a little bumper for it. But you see, this little machine gets me into the wilderness quick, man. It's almost scary how fast you can get to a remote area on this little device. I mean, you can just see the change in the snow. The snow is way thicker up here in the trees and on the side of the road. And you can just see in that video right there, guys, how quickly you can get to cool places with these things, man. I mean, seriously, in a time right now where gas is expensive as it is, this is the way to go. I'm telling you, really, I've been trying to ride a lot more and do everything from the unicycle as opposed to using the truck or whatnot. I mean, I'll still use the truck if I got to go on a road trip or something like that. But mainly for all my like recreational activities and stuff, I mean, I'll push it, man. I'll literally try to take the snowboard to the shop to get tuned up. I'll try to literally do everything I can using the unicycle. I mean, I seriously will. And you can save so much money if you just incorporate one of these into your life. And like, seriously, there's some times where I won't use my truck for like a week, dude, where I literally just use this and I'm just only riding the unicycle. And then come time when I need to use a truck, I can justify, long trips and whatnot because I don't use it every single day. And if I need to get in it and go on like a long road trip or something like that, I don't feel bad putting in 5 tanks of gas back to back to back because I haven't done that, like a standard commuter every day. And it's just because I can use this for so many different things.